Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast. Gosh, what a gorgeous view today. That's our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. It's a time for joy and togetherness, but for many, the holidays can magnify feelings of loneliness and disconnection. Here to share how to navigate this difficult time, we welcome back personal growth strategist and author of Build Your Village, our friend Florence Ann Romano. It's so nice to see you.
Hello, hello. The holidays are here, and that comes with a lot of feelings. So we're here to unpack it all, as we always do.
Well, sometimes just the pressure, right, of we have to be joyful, we have to be merry and do all the things, that can kind of magnify those negative feelings. And how do you balance all of that?
Balancing that during just normal day-to-day life, I think, is difficult because I think we're challenged by social media. We're challenged by a lot of different outside forces and variables that make us feel bad about ourselves sometimes and give us pause and make us feel like we're playing that tit for tat game, comparing ourselves a lot. And we look at our close relationships in our lives during the holidays a lot more than we do maybe in our day-to-day life. And there's a lot of pressure that's put on us during the holidays, but also a lot of pain from past experiences. And I saw something on social media, funnily enough, as we talk about social media the other day, but sometimes there are good things on there. It was a picture of a condo building and all the different windows. And in each of the different windows, there was a caption that said, "This person just lost their mom. This person's going through a breakup. This person just got a promotion. This person is struggling with their mental health." And it was all these different snapshots of what could be going on behind those tiny little windows. And it puts it into perspective, sometimes a rather harsh perspective about how difficult the holiday season can be. And I think all of those things that I just mentioned are magnified during the holidays when there's pressure to feel merry and bright.
Well, and sometimes we forget about building our village this time of year, right? Maybe you feel overscheduled with family obligations and you kind of forget about the chosen family and how important those people are in your life as well.
Well, that's where the loneliness comes in. I think people sometimes look at what they were born into and think, if I wasn't given it naturally, then do I deserve it by choosing it? And of course you do. That's a big part of what we talk about here when we're together, is that you are worthy of love and you're worthy of support and kindness and being seen, heard, understood. And if you're not getting that in the family you were born into, then the empowerment, the excitement of knowing that you can choose that for yourself. And maybe the holidays is a time where you can start making that choice. Maybe this Christmas or this Hanukkah or this New Year's is not going to look the way you want it to, but you're going to start the work now so that next year it looks different for you. And this is the moment. This is the holiday. This is the opportunity that you're going to say was the change maker for you. It's what you're going to look back on and say, I'm so glad, even as hard as that moment was, that I had it because it got me to where I am today. So maybe you'll make that decision today after listening to this.
There you go. Well, and maybe you're kind of in the midst of that right now and thinking about traditions that you hold, and maybe they don't feel good anymore, and maybe you can take the opportunity to create some new ones that do bring you joy.
I think it's fun to reimagine traditions and to start your own, and to, like I said, maybe, when in the reimagining process of it, you're going to take the things that you liked and use it, and take the things that you didn't like and lose them, but you're going to find some amalgam that makes it really beautiful and memorable. And I love the idea also of ritual. I come from a big old school Italian family, and a lot of my holidays are wrapped up thinking about the smells of the kitchen, or remembering how my nana would make her gravy. Now, some people call it sauce, but I call it gravy in our Italian family. So people can yell at me later online about it. But I remember how she looked at the stove. I remember, like I said, the feeling in the room. And I read something the other day about how in our minds, and the psychiatry also of a child's mind, we don't necessarily remember gifts as children. We remember the feeling of something that happened. And I think as we think about traditions, that's usually what you're looking back at, making those gingerbread houses together or going caroling as a group. The activity is not necessarily the important thing, it's what's happening during the activity. And I think that's what you need to focus on, is what's the memory you want to evoke, the sights, the smells, the sounds, all of those things. That's what ends up, creating that time capsule for you.
Well, and we have about a minute left, so we should talk about, if you are feeling some type of loneliness this time of year, to maybe think about reframing that solitude as an opportunity as well.
It is. Gratitude this is a really good time to make a list of what you are grateful for, and maybe it's the basic things that you had: food and shelter and warmth, and we can't take those things for granted. We should thank whoever it is that you're going to thank for that, whether it's God or whatever you believe in. You should take a moment to be grateful. But also philanthropy. I talk about it a lot here, and I'll talk about it again. I'll always talk about it. If you're feeling lonely and disconnected, this is a great time to give back. And it's also going to connect you to people. So the loneliness factor, there's a solve there for you right now if you want, because so many people are in need of that connection and are in need of you giving back right now at this time during the holiday season. So if you're going to do anything, try to do that. Philanthropy.
Such a great first step to help so many people. Thank you so much. It's always so nice to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Okay, Florence Ann's book again is Build Your Village. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.